Overseas Filipino workers returning to Qatar or those with overseas employment certificates are not covered by the temporary suspension of deployment in that Middle Eastern country. This after the Department of Labor and Employment partially lifted the suspension a day after it was imposed amid the diplomatic crisis in Qatar. For added details, here's Pauline Requesto.
The Department of Labor and Employment has partially lifted the temporary suspension order on the deployment of Filipino workers to Qatar. Labor Secretary Sylvester Bello explained that the suspension is lifted only for workers who have been issued with Overseas Employment Certificates or OEC and for returning employees or those under the Balik Manggagawa system.
The crisis committee met late this morning. So their consensus is, to lift the temporary moratorium or suspension of deployment of OFWs to Qatar. Particularly doon sa mga balik manggagawa at saka yung mga meron ng OEC.
However, those undergoing processing are still not allowed to be deployed to Qatar.
Ang hindi lang muna makakalakad ay yung mga may pending application pa lang na hindi pa nakompleto.
The Labor Secretary said the lifting of the suspension came after receiving assurance from the labor attaché in Qatar that the situation in the area has normalized.
He informed me that initially there were incidents of panic buying. But after, I think, 2 or 3 hours, the situation normalized.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration clarified that it will continue to process the documents of Qatar-bound Filipino workers, but it will not issue OEC.
Hindi muna mag-release ng OEC while we are monitoring the situation in the country of Qatar.
The government reiterated that it is continuously monitoring the situation in Qatar and its primary concern is the safety of Filipinos working there. For The Nation, Pauline Requesto.